Today's video is going to be very different to any other video that I've ever uploaded on my channel. And the reason for that is because in about 30 minutes, I'm going to the airport to go to Tropez. It's not for a holiday, it's for a mastermind. Now, the reason this is very different to any networking dinners or events that I've been to is because this time we're all going to be staying in the same villa. There's around 14 of us, and we're going to properly get to know each other beyond the surface level conversations that you typically have at a one-day event that you pay a couple of hundred to go to. So any learnings that I am able to share, of course, as always, I will do. And I will also try and get a behind the scenes of what it looks like to meet other people that are doing similar things on a similar journey. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fun clips to show you as well. Looking forward to it. Let's go. I'm here at the airport nice and early, which is definitely a nice feeling. I've got a few bits that I need to do today. I definitely always underestimate how long it's going to take to get things done, which I did this morning, and so I've got a few bits that I need to crack on with. But just to show you the setup that we're dealing with, not a bad view, not too shabby. Yo, it's looking a little bit dark actually. Yes, you can see me okay. I am now in Tropez after a long journey, to be fair. It took us about an hour to get from the airport to where we are. But we're here, and I am with my mate, and I'm with my mate Ferry, and I first met Ferry 3 years ago?
Yeah, something like that.
3 years ago, when this business was just an idea, and he actually made my first website when I was first getting into the space. I couldn't afford an agency. Obviously, I've got no idea how to make my own website, and actually that helped us. It helped us scale past 10k a month, so I am forever thankful. But this is kind of like a full circle moment where we are now in Tropez. We're at the same mastermind. We're staying at the same Airbnb tonight before the villa tomorrow. And yeah, looking forward to sharing more memories and more clips of the rest of the week. Peace. Walking around the streets of Tropez with Ferry, and we're just talking about how crazy is it that we met on a Facebook group before we even had these businesses. They were just ideas. And this Facebook group wasn't even to do with owning a agency. It was for a completely different business model. And we just connected. And here we are 3 years later. We are in Tropez. We're walking the streets. We've got that laptop lifestyle if we want to be able to do that. You know, the businesses are still running. And that all stems from just connecting with people outside of the people that you've grown up with. So, I mean, if that's any reason to speak to people that are on a similar journey to you, then yeah, hopefully it gives you the confidence to do that, because it's important. Yo, yo, yo. Hopefully, in fact, I don't know if you can hear us. You can hear us, but you can also probably hear the music. Here with Ferry, we're literally on the beach. We've got the laptops out. We're working, we're talking about business, and what I have just said is, I don't know if you can hear those cannons in the background, but they are so loud and frequent, it's annoying. But anyway, we're just talking about the importance of vision, and how, like, what we can't forget is there was a time where we dreamt of being able to be on a beach with other people on our laptops, other people that are making money online, and not have to worry about reporting to somebody, worried if the business is failing. And we're here, but when you're here, sometimes you actually forget that at one point this is what you actually dreamt of doing. And Free was talking about how, like, this almost is exactly line by line what he put on his vision board. Do you want to just chat about that quickly, and like how your vision, maybe even just describe what your vision was and what has actually came true of that vision and the importance of it?
Yeah, so my vision was actually to just run a remote business, being able to travel where I want, when I want, with other people like you, like other people working on the internet basically. And it's crazy how I saw that lifestyle on YouTube, and it was such a big dream.
Mangadzi and all them kind of people.
Yeah, but also just other people on Instagram, on YouTube, living the life, going to cool places. Working on cool places like in Bali, in South Africa and stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, the business was going well, of course, but still I didn't really had the other people around me that are the same like me. So yeah, so what I did earlier this year was writing it down in the journal. I want to travel with like-minded people while running the business. while making money on the internet. And yeah, it came true.
Here we are.
Yeah.
And here we are. And also, like, we came here, I mean, earlier in this video, you would have seen like the story of how we met each other on a Facebook group, and now we're here, which is kind of mad. But we came here a day early, so we're here before everybody else. And I'd say even just yesterday, last night, even though it was only a few hours, and we were just like, we went for a dinner and all that kind of stuff, even that was useful. Like, you taught me about something that I need to be less, in a way, less aggressive on sales calls, and I kind of picked up from that. There's a few things that I helped you with, like with scaling, and I've been pretty like mindset, and I've been ruthlessly honest about like, bro, just do this, just do that. But I'd say it's already been useful, man, even if it was just today.
100%.
You agree with that?
Yeah, 100% agree.
Yeah, honestly, like genuinely, it's not difficult to make your money back when you're paying to hang out with other people that have similar mindsets, ambitions, but different strengths and weaknesses to you. It's actually very, very easy to make your money back. All it takes is me being like 10% better at sales, for my team to be able to do 10% more work, and that means that we don't have to hire somebody else as soon as we would do if I didn't meet these people. Like, really, when you own a business, especially the bigger it gets, for you to make your money back on something like this becomes very, very easy. So yeah, obviously make sure it makes sense to do so. Make sure you go from 0 to 1 and you've made enough money on your own, you've got proof of concept, you can add value to other people. But once you've done that, actually get out of the dark bedroom and get out and actually meet people. Because yeah, I know it probably sounds cringy, and I know I've been saying it quite a lot, but genuinely your network is your net worth. And I'm in a situation now where if I have any problems, I know who is best to speak to about fixing that particular problem, and I'm not having to smash my head against the wall for 4 months to try and find the answer on YouTube or now ChatGPT, but instead I can ask a real person that has a real answer for me. So yeah, hopefully that is useful. Just got to the port in Saint-Tropez, and one thing I can definitely say for sure is it is humbling. Some of these yachts make you realize that there are definitely levels to this shit. It's nice.
Officially, it's the first mastermind under the Syndicate flag.
True as well.
So, welcome to the first official Syndicate mastermind. Obviously, you know, some of you guys have already been to previous masterminds. A few new faces as well, which is great to see. Yeah, for those of you that obviously never been to a mastermind before, the group is very tight-knit. And you guys are now part of the group, which is also amazing. Everyone here, despite where you're at, you know, whether you're at 20k or 100k, it doesn't matter. Like, everyone here is sharing knowledge, connecting with each other, and everyone is just on the same level, which is also great because it doesn't matter where you're at income-wise. Everyone's willing to share knowledge, everyone's willing to connect, and everyone is also interested in what you're doing. So definitely connect with everyone, definitely ask questions to everyone, because like I said, there is no difference in level. Who's upstairs? Is it Rajen?
I think so.
Yeah, well, he's fine. He knows. He has. So Sam and Rajen have got a 100% attendance record, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these guys already know what's going on.
We are here, and this villa is absolutely insane. I'm not going to show you every single bedroom because it will be a very long video, but let me show you this. Flip this around. Woken up this morning and everybody is absolutely fucking locked in. Look at this. Not the typical villa in Saint-Tropez. Love to see it. Love to see it. What is the business that you're changing to? You said you're in two minds and people are telling you not to do it, but you're going to do it anyway based on your passion. What is it?
So I don't fully know yet.
Okay.
I've been doing this for 3.5-4 years, and I just felt like there's something bigger calling. I feel now very cold towards my creative side, so I want to do something more with creativity and art and find a way to do this. I also help entrepreneurs with their personal brand, with their content. So I'm in between two things, like, okay, what will be the next thing? I don't fully know yet, but I burned it down in the 1st of January. I canceled all my clients, I had no income, and I didn't work for 3 months. Just because I felt like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I said that for some time. So I don't know what the next thing will be. The 1st of May I was supposed to launch something. I had a full, the team was ready, the product was ready. And then on the day of launch, I decided, no, I don't align. It doesn't feel good. So I'm still in this process. I'm working on it every single day. I'm bouncing ideas and seeing what excites me. I just want to follow my excitement this time. I believe to find your purpose, you have to follow your excitement.
As soon as we get a break from any of the talks, literally turns into laptop central. What a beautiful villa. I absolutely could get used to this. Let me make sure that I don't fall in this water. Just listened to a presentation from the guys at Edit Flow, the two co-founders. It's the leading creative agency in Holland, and I'm going to try and get them actually to sit down with me and ask questions that I think e-com owners would be interested in listening to, and then other agencies that also work with e-commerce brands. A lot of their talk spoke about the importance of understanding who you're making content for and learning the different awareness stages of your funnel and making sure that you've got specific ads for those different levels of awareness. There's a lot of agencies that make content for brands, and there's a lot of brands that make their own content who just focus on volume, making 50 images, making 50 videos. But the reality is, if you don't know who you're making content for, it's going to be a lot harder to get somebody to buy your stuff. So I will make sure that I get that video for you guys, and I'm sure it'll be useful. Syndicate Mastermind goes to the gym in Tropez. We tried to come here yesterday, we had no cash. We've tried to come here with cash today, and the guy's not even fucking here. But anyway, we out here. We have now wrapped up the Mastermind and we have finished all of the educational side, and that has been unbelievable. We just spent around 2.5 hours just going around everybody's problems and making sure that we did not leave that room until everybody was satisfied that we have all covered it and we have solutions to work on when we get back. And now for the reward, we are on the way to Monaco. Just stopped off with the cars and getting some fuel, and I will show you Monaco very, very shortly. We've touched down, we're in Monaco. Taken way longer than we thought, but it's good to get out and stretch the legs, and it is absolutely beautiful. Look at these cars. Too many supercars. Genuinely, the perspective that you gain from coming to somewhere like this and seeing Rolls Royce, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, literally Bentleys everywhere, is that you come back, or at least whilst I'm here anyway, I'm sure it probably will last at least for a couple of months. Just feel like you have to work harder because we are on level 1 and these guys are on level 1000. And so yeah, let's go make some money. Did you have a good drive here?
Definitely.
Yeah?
It was a long drive though, but we made it.
We made it.
We went through the mountains.
Yes.
Driving near the ocean, so it was pretty nice.
Yeah.
But we arrived, everybody's in one piece, so
there we go.
I'm glad.
Now he just needs to get us back in one piece, but I'm sure he'll manage it. So F1 Monaco Grand Prix is next week, hence they've got all of the barriers up. So this is exactly where they're going to be racing. Unbelievable. To come back here this time next week, I wouldn't even like to think how much that shit would cost. A lot of money, I'm sure. We're having a conversation, now that we're in Monaco and there's just a shit ton of wealth around us, we're having a conversation about, would you give money to your kid? Would you spoil your kid? And what's the best way to make sure that they stay hungry? Because I imagine a lot of these people, if they just get given wealth, they probably don't have that same desire that the person did have when they made it. So I'm going to ask a couple of questions. First question is, if you are ultra rich, do you give your son or daughter money, and if so, how much?
I won't give them any money.
Won't give them any money?
No, I will give them some.
Yeah.
But I'll try to give them like the lessons to work for themselves like I did. My parents told me like, if you want something, go work for it.
Yeah.
And if you work hard enough for it, you can buy every PlayStation game you want. So I was like 10, 12 when I went working at restaurants and selling newspaper subscriptions on the streets, etc. And that learned for me. So if I work, I have money, I can put that into things I like.
Yeah.
Whereas other people would get stuff, and I don't think they got like the grit and then also the mindset to work for things because they've been handing it out. So those are lessons I want to also give to my children when I have them. Work for things and not being handed over things. So I don't want them to be just getting money and then don't work because they already have that safety net. So I really want to try to raise them by the mindset of you need to work for things. And if you work hard enough and you work smart, then you can have all the things in the world. And of course I will help them, guiding them through life with business lessons and everything that I learned in my life. But I'm not going to hand it out to them.
Love it. Yeah, you need the relationship with money. Like, it has to be, I work hard and I get this result. Otherwise, you don't appreciate the money in the first place. Like, what's the point of just being given a load of things? Like, a lot of the things that you do buy, the only reason you like it, and normally that's temporary anyway, but it's because of all of the hard work that you've done to achieve that, and then that's a feeling of reward. Fair, I'm going to ask you the question. Are you giving money to your children? And if so, how much?
Now I can say like I won't give them money, so because I need to work hard for it. But by that time, I will probably just will spoil them and give them everything. So I'm not sure. I will see it by then.
Your children also need to learn like making bad choices with money. So let's say they thought they wanted to have a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5. In my days it was the PlayStation 3 and 4. But let's say they want to have the PlayStation 6, for example. And they work their asses off to get enough money, and then the moment they could purchase it, they will probably think like, wait, I've worked like months and months to get this. Is this still what I want, or do I want other things with my money? For example, a holiday or something like that. And you're probably going to strip them of those opportunities to learn like, okay, what's the value of my time? And what was it in money that I got? You're going to strip them of that if you're just handing them money out. So they need to value and learn like, okay, you need to work, but those are the rules of life, the rules of the game. So, yeah.
Amen. Yeah, 100%. All of it is really important. I love Fair's answer as well, because realistically we have kids and we'll probably get majorly soft, and all of this hard talk probably is not relevant at that point. But no, it's so true. And yeah, I echo all of that, to be honest. And I think from my point of view, when they get a little bit older, instead of just giving them money because they want it, like if they can give me a good enough reason and tell me what they're gonna do with that, like I'll always support a business idea. I'll always support if they wanna learn a new skill and become a better person. But if it's just, I want these new shoes because they're Prada, absolutely no chance. On the way to the airport with Rajan and Toby, and it has been an amazing couple of days. What would you say, Toby? You found it useful?
Yeah, 100%, man. Was definitely very useful. Had a few very good conversations with the guys. Also, guest speakers were amazing. So overall, very happy with everything.
It was amazing as always. This is my 5th time visiting the masterminds of the syndicate. So I have a 100% attendee score. We'll still go for the 6th one, but the nicest thing is to be able to talk with so many different agency owners and hear their perspective on how they are structuring things in their agency, what problems they are facing, obstacles, but also how they manage to solve a lot of problems in their business, because I could then use that info also to apply to mine. So it was amazing.
Legends. Honestly, it's been really good for me as well. One of the things that I think has been really useful is just being around so many people that come from different places. That's one thing that I would say has been different about this mastermind. A lot of them in the UK, you meet people very similar upbringings, and you end up learning from the same people, and so your businesses in some way can be very similar. Whereas I've come here and I've met somebody that genuinely has 200 clients and there's 2 people in the business. That, to me, if you told me that beforehand, I wouldn't have believed it, but that is crazy. And so you just kind of see what's different, what's possible, and then that gives you inspiration for different ideas. So if you're not getting out there and you do have an online business, make sure you actually connect with other people. Because as much as you might think you're busy now and it's hard to actually spend the few days to get out of the office and do this kind of thing, it always, without fail, is going to have a return in some way or other.